There we go. There's both my cameras. Good morning. It is, just about 10 o'clock. Hey, I managed to get one at almost at the top of the hour. That's unusual for me. So I have my coffee. I've already had 1 cup, so I should be somewhat intelligent sounding this morning. I have some stuff drying in my spray box that I sprayed last night, but it's vellum, so hopefully it's dry. And I did a little bit of prep work last night. We're going to be doing week 4 of the Allison Davis 6x6 Facebook class group thing. Right now the group is on week 3, but I'm wanting to work a little bit ahead because I've got some things coming up later in the weeks. Fingers crossed that I've got things coming up. There's a good possibility it's probably going to be canceled. Turn this a little bit. Let's not do that because that shows the sketch. Okay. No, I don't need to do that. There we go. Sorry, my screen is giving me notes. So, what we're going to be doing today is the week 4 sketch. As usual, I am allowed to show my artwork. I am not... Hi. How are you? Just strolling on by, are we? Okay. I'm not allowed to show her original sketch. I'm perfectly okay with that, but I am allowed to show my finished artwork based off of the sketch. I can totally live with that. If you are interested in finding out where I purchased these sketches, it is the Scrapbook Generations. Go to their ebooks section, and it is 6x6 paper pads designed by Allison Davis. And honestly, if I can find them, I will try and get it linked for you. I have a really hard time finding the exact sketches that people are working with when I'm on the site. But this one has 20 sketches in it, and it is the one that she's basing her classes off of. So I have some thickers that I am possibly going to be using. I have some Bluebell shimmer trim. This is a new product from Close to My Heart that I'm going to try and work into. I'm also going to try and work in some of their loose sequins. I have a couple of circle punches. And then I can't show you because I don't want to touch it just yet. I have some vellum sprayed with shimmer mist, which is right here. This stuff right here. And I sprayed it last night. This is the color Just Sparkle. Sprayed it last night, gave it overnight to kind of dry. My journaling I have on vellum, and basically what I did with this one is I just went to WikiPeaks and copied the information about the aquarium and then did my impressions of the aquarium under that. So that is my journaling. And I went and left things in like the address, the pier, things like that, because there have been times that we've been traveling and wanted to go back to a certain spot and not been able to find it. So I've decided that I'm going to start putting addresses or states or, you know, general locations and that type of thing in my journaling. And then I had a happy surprise when I was doing a little bit of prep work last night. This is a piece of cardstock pattern paper that I purchased several years ago. It's so thick. It's very, very thick. I purchased several years ago. I purchased 2 of them because if I'm going to buy a piece of paper, I buy 2 pieces of paper because I like to do 2-page layouts. And I was like, okay, so this is definitely not a Close to My Heart product. I don't know what product it is. I don't know if I've got a color that will match this. So this is the brand new Bluebell Close to My Heart paper. And then linen. So these are the cardstocks from Close to My Heart. Look how well that goes together. I was just amazed. And then the stitching I did in charcoal, which the DMC number for charcoal is 413. So the color, that when I'm saying charcoal and stuff like that, that's the Close to My Heart color. When I give you the DMC number, that's the number you would use at the store to find that particular color. And so using charcoal, Bluebell, and linen are going to be the colors that I use together. And then this is just the same paper, the flip side. And then when I do my preps, I always put all of the little stuff in an envelope. And I write all of my notes on the envelope. So, make sure there's no flags in my photos. I went in and pre-made some flags. And then I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. These are the ticket stubs. And I normally will save the ticket stubs. And I even made a little pocket for, I went through and made like 11 ticket stub pockets for this set of vacation pictures. But I don't know on this layout if these are going to make the cut. So I'm going to just set these aside. Pardon me, I feel a sneeze coming. Okay, the sneeze got scared and went away. No sneeze. Okay, we're just going to sit you. Where am I going to sit that so I can grab it? Right there. Okay. It's still clean. I didn't sneeze. So I'm going to put my labels on. And then I'm also going to write, I don't normally do this, so I'm going to write Allison Davis, week 4. Allison Davis, week 4. Because I'm hoping to, at the very end of this, I'll go back through and do a flip-through class. A flip-through video. So, alright. My nose is itching me this morning. So I went ahead and did the stitching on this piece of pattern paper to just kind of save some time this morning. You guys have seen me stitch on the last couple of videos, and it takes quite a bit of time, and I just wanted to just see if I could speed things up just a little bit today. If it's something that I can pre-stitch, I like to go ahead and do that for you. If I can't, then we do it together. So, sorry for the snipping. My allergies. Come on, quit being a fart face. Alright, let's make sure we got this going the right direction. I'm going to put a magnet down so it doesn't move. And then, make sure that's on. So my 4x3 photos come next, and I need to cut those out. And then we have zippy strips, so these, that, okay. I'm gonna put those on after I get the photos trimmed out. Okay, so I need 4x3, 2.5 by 2.5, 3x5, and 4x6. So four by 3. Need 2.5 by 3.5. Oh, 3x5? I thought a 3x5. I just saw it. 3x5. 4x6 I don't need. Now I need 2.5 by 2.5. This one. 2.5 by 2.5. These are just little vellum cutouts that I went through and just measured. Like this one's 2.5 by 2.5. This one is 3 by 5. And then these are from Simple Stories, and they're just very hard plastic, of the most used crop numbers. Okay, so 4 by 3, 4 by 3, 3, 4 by 3, 4 by 6 doesn't get cut, 3 by 5, 3 by 5, and these are 2.5. Okay. And then what I do is I just go ahead, take a quick look at my picture. Okay, that's Devin. I want to make sure I keep him in there. Lay it over. And then I just go through and trim. So I can see exactly what I'm cropping out, what I'm keeping. And this method just, it works better for me. You may have a method that works better for you. So these pictures are the National Aquarium in Baltimore. Make sure I've got my sister's hand. She was the only one brave enough to hold the roach. I took off running the other direction. I was like, I am not holding a roach. Okay, so that's the 3x4s. And then 3x5, these are vertical. So like this here, this is a tank full of jellyfish. It's actually this tank right here. So I'm going to take my 3x5 and I'm going to just place it and find the best viewpoint for this picture. It's going to be right there. And then this one, I want to make sure to get, oops. I don't know if I can get Marco in here. Okay, I can get part of both the children. There we go. That'll work. Keep it fair, cut both children in half. That will work. And then 4x6, I don't want to get that one anywhere near my cutter. And then this is the 2.5 by 2.5. And I love these sizes when you're working with pictures that ordinarily wouldn't be good scrapbooking pictures, but you can crop it down into a smaller format and you get some really nice images to work with. Like I said, this is just, just vellum that through the years I figured out what sizes I need, which ones I use the most, trimmed them out as I needed them, and I just have them in that little 4x6 photo container, and I dig them out when needed. If one gets a little funky-fied, I make another one. I make a little replacement. And I actually have 2 sets of these. One that lives on my desk and one that lives in my crop tote that I take with me on day crops and retreats and stuff. I am just not one of those people that can look at a picture and crop it perfectly on my trimmer. This just works better for me. Okay, so now we're going to get the trimmer out. I typically don't do a lot of cropping when I am printing the photos. I will just print a bunch of 4x6 and crop them as I need them, because I'm always just not sure what I'm going to work on, which pictures are going to suit me that particular day, you know, that type of thing. I used to, when Picasa was available to everybody, that was my favorite editing program. I would go through and, you know, play with color and play with sizes and print larger sizes to scrapbook with and stuff. But now that Picasa's gone, I have not found a photo editor that I like as much as I did Picasso. So now I just straight print 4x6. Every now and then I might order one that's a little bit larger if I, you know, like if it's a landscape or something, and I just crop it and I work with the colors that are there. I work with just how the picture was taken. So that's my 2x2s. This is my 3x5s. And yes, I know some of y'all are sitting here watching me trim photos, but I will tell you, when I was a brand new scrapbooker, I would have loved for somebody to just slow down and show me what they're doing. In fact, I had been a scrapbooker for quite a few years before I realized that I was using my trimmer wrong. Somebody had actually shown me that I was using my trimmer wrong. I'm going to scoot my computer back a little bit so I have room for my coffee. So I don't ever mind just slowing down a little bit and showing the actual process, because there's not very many things you can do in scrapbooking that is wrong. And I guess I phrased it badly. When I was shown a different way to use my trimmer, it was much more comfortable for me. So, if that makes more sense. tell you what, scrapping this set of vacation pictures really makes me want to go back to the Maryland area. We did not get to tour the Arlington National Cemetery. I would have loved to have done that. But I just really want to go back and just spend some more time. That is such a rich history area that I really could use more than just a few days. Alright, the other thing I'm going to do, because I know all of these are going to be lined up vertically, is I'm going to put them together and go ahead and tape them, because I've noticed that not every one of them is exactly the same size, and that way if I need to do some trimming, I can. Before it's on the paper. Yep, that one is slightly small, so I'm going to trim all these others half a hair so that everything is the right size. Make sure they're all facing the right direction. They are. Okay. There we go. Okay. So these ones are the ones that get cropped. Not cropped, but framed, and those get framed. And this one is regular. Alright. It is slightly shorter than the paper, but that's okay. I'll take that. It'll be alright. And then I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to add a tiny bit of shimmer trim. So this is just the flip side of this very same sheet of paper. It is a 1/4 of an inch strip. Okay, and then bring you over here so I don't lose you. And then this should be 12 inches. It's not, it's more than that, okay. Is it 24? Did she give us 24 inches? During my last retreat, this was part of the gift that was on the table. And I thought it was, I guess I just never really looked at it. But I thought it was just 12 inches, but it appears that she gave us 24. No, she gave us more than that. Wow, okay. Oh, here it is. Cool. That was an unexpected surprise. Yep, I want that. I may have to turn the fan on. I'm getting hot. Getting shimmer trim started is sometimes a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. Let's try this one. There we go. It's a matter of getting your nail under the back of your sheet. Okay. So now I need 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 of the mats. I'm going to turn the fan on real fast. I'm getting warm. Whoopsie. And then I need 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And the 6x6 or the 4x6 doesn't have a mat. So I'm going to go ahead and put those aside so I can put those away. Don't need those anymore. Except maybe, yeah, I need it for the matting of this. So this is 4 1/4 by 3. Okay. And my favorite way of attaching vellum is my stapler. Okay. Now I'm going to take my, I think Whisper might be too, let's use Whisper. That'll be right. And I'm just going to distress the edges real fast. And do the same thing for the flags. Might as well get all the distressing done at the same time. That way we can clean the desk and we don't accidentally get ink everywhere. I have a little footstool under my desk and I keep kicking it out of my way. And then when I want it, it's not where I need it to be because I've kicked it out of the way. So if you see me pause for a second, it's me looking for the footstool. So while we're doing this, did anybody see the scrap room? Hello, Delilah. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Did anybody see the scrap room tour from yesterday of the construction update? We did not get the curtains hung up last night. My husband had some after hours work that he needed to do for his daytime job. They're about to have a release and sometimes he has to work overtime. So we had that going on last night. And then dinner was a complete fail. Oh my goodness, dinner was such a fail. We have a rule in this house that if you don't like it, you better tell me, because if you don't tell me, you're probably going to eat it again. So, and we also have a rule in this house, if I try a new recipe and nobody likes it, we go to Sonic. So, I tried a recipe and I assembled it at 3 o'clock in the morning the night before because I was awake, couldn't sleep, and thought, well, I'm going to crash after physical therapy, because I always do. My physical therapy appointment yesterday was late in the day. I thought that's gonna make me crash right around the time I should be making dinner. So let me go ahead and just get the lasagna prepped, ready to go. And as I'm doing all the prep work, I'm looking at it going, there's no sauce. And it was a cheese, corn, zucchini, vegetable lasagna type thing. Not your typical Italian yumminess. And I'm looking at it going, there's no sauce in this. Am I missing something? And I read the recipe 4 or 5 times. And I was to the assembly part. I had everything prepped, roasted, boiled, everything. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just make it. It could turn out to be the best thing you have ever eaten in your life. You just don't know till you try it. So I assembled it. I wrote notes on the top of the foil for anybody who was putting it in the oven for dinner time. And baked it off, and we all three sat down, me, my husband, and my mother sat down, and we were all three like, this is not good. This is not good at all. We took 2 or 3 bites just to see, and we were like, nope. So it went in the trash, and we went to our local Italian place that we like to go to, because at that point my husband was like, no, I want lasagna, and I want real lasagna. Okay, so between him having to work late and then my complete dinner fail, he just didn't have time last night to get the curtains hung up in the scrap room. So hopefully it will get done sometime this week. It depends. He has this launch going on, and then he also has a talk coming up that he's prepping for. One thing I really have enjoyed with and it's going to sound really weird, one thing I have enjoyed with the pandemic is my husband is involved with numerous user groups. He's a techie. He's involved with numerous user groups, and before the pandemic, they would be in person, which, great. Love that. He gets to go see all of his friends, and they get to, enjoy themselves. They get to learn, and keep up with the things they need to know for their industry. But there were times he was out 2 or 3 nights a week, or would have to travel to Houston, Tulsa, Hot Springs, wherever, to be a part of these user groups. Well, since the pandemic, they've been doing it all virtually. So I love the fact that he's home for all this. So when he's done with the talk, he's already home. That's been lovely. Now that him and his friends are seriously missing each other. So eventually they're going to all want to get back together, which as they should, Sorry, I thought I heard somebody walking up on me. But I've enjoyed the fact that he could go be with his friends. Everybody learn what they need to learn. But yet, when the evening's over, he's already home. So I'm going to miss that portion when life gets back to normal. And I do travel with him if it's one that I can. There's a couple that I can't. But if I can, I do travel with him. So just inking these flags really quickly. Yeah, see, this is why I did the stitching last night, because between all the other little stuff I want to do, if I'd have tried to stitch at the same time, this would be a 5-hour stream. And while I enjoy you guys coming in, I don't know if anybody that has just 5 hours, they can sit and watch a complete stream, start to finish. And I'm trying to keep these rather reasonable. I know 3 hours is a bit long. But my hope is that you're possibly doing a bit of scrapbooking on your own, and we're just kind of spending time together. I know I do that a lot with Inky Quill. I watch a lot of her live streams and her videos if I'm doing a lot of in the middle of the night scrapbooking. And I'll just scrap right along with her. I'm going to get a baby wipe real fast and clean up my desk. Hold on one moment. Okay, so while the desk dries for a moment, because my next step is vellum, while the desk dries for a moment, I'm going to step out for just a second and walk down the hallway. Okay, hands are washed. There's no ink on my hands. No way to leave inky fingerprints. Where is, there it is. So I'm going to use a little, a little foam tape to pop these up. On the mats. I have oh actually I gotta get registered for that today. I have another daytime crop coming up in November 21st, I think. I actually gotta register for that. And this time I've been saving all of my Close to My Heart card subscriptions because they're perfect for one-day crops. You know, you don't have to take a lot of stuff. You don't have to tote a lot of things. I'll take my gear box because it has everything that I need to sit at my desk, and I will take just a shoulder tote that has all the kits in it, and that's all I'll need for I think it starts at 9 a.m. and it ends at midnight. So I've got to get with Janine and register for that. And the way she does her crops, we're naturally 6 feet apart, so there's no worries about social distancing. And we all wear our masks if we leave the desk. Okay, so I like that. Okay. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Uh-oh, the boys are awake. Who's gonna come barreling in here? Okay, so I think that's it for this side, other than the extra embellishments that I'm going to do that I haven't built yet. So now we're going to work on the other side. So then the first thing is lining this guy up. And I thought about doing some splatter work, but I decided against that. What are you doing? What are you doing? I hope you're not thinking of chords. I know. He's talking to his brother. There we go. Okay. So now we have to mat these. And I'm going to mat these flat because the 4x6 is going to be popped up. I just thought of something. Okay, I have to use it on the left side. Okay. My husband bought me that little drawer cart for Christmas. Oh, this is not as thick. Oh, it might be, okay. And I really like it. It's perfect for holding the little odds and ends, like adhesive and my watercolor supplies and, you know, just my acrylic paint supplies, little things that you need to keep corralled, but don't want to forget where they are either. So I'm really enjoying that drawer system. Okay. I'm going to have mine spread out a little bit more than she has hers because I don't want to cover up the children. Hers are a little bit more spread or squished in. Oopsie. I almost don't want to do that. Hold on. Yeah, I do. I almost forgot this strip. Okay. Okay. So this is going to go there, like that. I think that's going to go there. Okay, so we're going to do I'm thinking, because they've got these flipped around, what I could do, hold on. They've got the journaling here, but my journaling is bigger because of the information that I want to add. think that'll work right. Okay. Well, let's tack it all down. Alrighty then. They're not messing around this morning. Okay, so now what I have is my journaling, not my journaling, my title, which I want to go there. And then around the title, I need to add the bubbles. So before I do the title, let's make some bubbles, shall we? What I have is my sequence. Let's move these up some. And then I took the vellum from what's around here and I just sprayed it with the shimmer trim. And I took all of the scrap vellum and we're just going to make bubbles. I have no idea how I'm going to attach it just yet, but we're just going to make a whole bunch of circles. And I just let the sparkle spray dry overnight. And I'm just going to cut a whole bunch and we'll just figure out where to put them. Biscuit, you're being silly. impressed it's not even wiping off on my fingers. Okay, that's got one more sheet that if I need to make some more, I can. And I think what I'm going to do is start off with the big ones and then fill in with the little ones. I'll fill in with these guys. Alright, and then I'm going to do a title there, so I just kind of want these to be around. Okay, I'm going to use my liquid glass because it dries clear, and then I'm going to try and keep it small dots so that I can put the sequins over that and hide the dot. So, let's see how well we do. For that, I can hide that fairly easily. Hide that fairly easily. Okay, so then this one I want just figured out I can do something. I can make them translucent. Except for that one. That one's squirting out the bottom. Okay, that didn't work so well. Okay. Well, we'll continue with the tiny dots. I said this might work, it might be a total fail. Don't know. Gonna find out. Alright. So now, actually I need to do the title and then fill in with the smaller bubbles and the sequins. Okay, so my title is going to be Discover Wonder. These are all these. Yeah, it works. This is a little bit weird font to try and get completely straight, so I don't know that I'm going to try and get it completely straight. Okay. I think that's as straight as I'm going to be able to get it. So now we can go in and fill in with the little bitty ones and then put the sequins on, and then I think we're done. Okay. So now we're going to go through and do a bunch of sequins. Really? I know you can stick. This is going to be tedious, but I think it's going to end up being worth it. You need to buy a new pickup stick when I'm done. some of these stick better than others. That one's not going to stick at all. Yeah, some of these don't stick. Okay, I am going to add some bitty sparkles along with this. So right now it does look a little weird. Hopefully I can make it pull together. If not, it's just going to look weird. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I didn't just ruin my pickup stick, but, oh, it came off, okay. So now we're gonna find some bitty sparkles. Oops, let's put these away before the cats come barreling through, and next thing I know I've got sequins everywhere. So these are bitty sparkles close to my heart. They are the tiniest gems that they make. I love them because you can just pop them in anywhere. And they add just a touch of sparkle. So what I'm trying to do is I've sprayed the bubbles down with the shimmer spray. I'm adding the sequins. And I'm adding the sparkles. I'm trying to make it almost like a iridescent, almost like a Disney type bubble, where you would see them float through and they're shiny and sparkly. And I don't know if I'm going to achieve that look, but I'm going to try. This is definitely going to be a layout that's going to need to dry, because I've got adhesive popping out of the center holes of the sequins. Hopefully this doesn't end up looking like a layout that I've just sneezed on, because sometimes we all make that kind of layout. Oops, that one no sticky. Okay, well, it is what it is. So let's see what we ended up with. Hopefully, now the adhesive is not dry yet, so hopefully when it dries, you will not be able to see it behind the vellum. I do not know because I have never tried this before. So, we shall see. That's either going to be an epic, yes we did it, or an epic, oh crap, that looks bad. So, we'll know more when it dries. Again, I'm having to be careful because some of those sequins are not dry yet. Okay, so there we go. That is the completed week 4 layout for the Allison Davis 6x6 Facebook class that is going on. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you've got many different channels that you could be watching, and I'm very thankful that you choose to spend just a little bit of your time with me. If you have any questions, please let me know in the playback whenever this plays back on YouTube, and I will get back to you and answer those questions. Until then, have a great day. Bye.